Okay, all right, Grinks. We're going to uh, messages and into the Q&A. So, all right, blessings, here we go. Greens, we have Seraphim, angels, blessings, send you all healing. Yes, this month would, of course, you're coming to the end of this month, but it's basically a new vibration for energy increases for many of you. Maybe not everyone, but basically more in tune to the astral plane. And more, it doesn't mean you have all the details, but basically, many are going to get more. Their intuitive abilities to start to synchronize more. Maybe not exactly know the future, but just have a little bit more understanding of where this world's going or where you're going. Really, that's most important. Where you're going is the most important. The rest of the world can do whatever it wants. You can say also more independence comes through. Basically, those that wish to connect more to themselves will get stronger. Not everyone wants to do that. Some want the collective mindset. There's still a lot of and you're just looking for their own identity in this. So they also want to be loved by others and see different points of view before they dive into their own consciousness. Yeah, this is not as easy as it sounds. So send you energies. Blessings. Greetings to you. We are Syrian beings. We are Octopus energies. Greetings to you. Yes, we also have connections to Orion and many other star systems. Well, basically, we are a curious species. And a lot of times we're not always aware that there are other alien or other beings around. We're very focused on ourselves or even our own individual self. But when we do connect to something new, we want to dissect it, know more about it. It's can get a little bit needy to that level. But imagine if you meet somebody new and then all of a or someone new comes into your group and everybody just crowds around them, wants to know about them. That's an octopus frequency. We also have this a powerful sonar. Well, however you word it on your world, we'll just call it sonar. That's one way of pointing out, basically to not just feel our world, but also other worlds around ours and other life forms. We are very self-absorbed to a certain level, but connecting to new energies is always basically do it for protection reasons. And even here in your reality, some of you are activating more of your senses. You might, yes, many of you use the night and are aware of it. Like you go to certain places because it's safe and keep out of the energies of others, like grocery shopping and things like that. That can become an ordeal depending on where you go. So this is brings you by the Atlanteans. Blessings. Yes, our energies are rare to connect to your reality. Yes, we also have Lemurian connections. Of course, the Atlantean history has a scarred history. Of course, we have not left this world. We might not be seen here in the physical, but many of us are part of your environment. So here to assist you in your direction. Of course, we are still healing our direction. Basically, there is a lot of corrupt Atlanteans that are still manipulating your reality. So we are doing what is best to heal that. It's not an easy energy. Once you stay connected to your Earth's consciousness, the belief systems, it's difficult to remove them. I'm here to also answer your questions whenever you're ready. Blessings.
Hello, blessings. Greetings, Atlanteans.
Blessings.
Blessings. Thank you for coming in. Up first this evening, we have Daria.
Hello there.
Greetings.
So a nice message from the Octopus and Seraphim. Thank you. And any messages from you, Atlanteans, to me? Would be nice to know anything you can throw in there.
Well, I do see there's been several battles, of course, you've been through in your universal history, but to come here to, you can say, end a lot of the wars here through your energy. There's still, you can say, even where you're currently located, there's still a culture war going on there, as you can see, kind of a zombie apocalypse. And so, well, many are asleep, and you can say are there to wake them up to a certain level, but obviously they're not wanting to, but they're asleep at the wheel, as you know.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what my second question would be, but you will be free to have a wild one there if you want.
There has been like a dark Atlanteans that you connected to that did, throw themselves into the underworld that are kind of ruling it currently. And some of them might walk around looking like Poseidon with a trident. Some of them might not take that form. They're just, they want to be worshipped in the past. They've had connected to different deities or the Earth's past. So some of that might be able to tap into.
I connected to previous group member when you said that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's possibly correct. Well, just one of them.
I believe so. Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you for the nice info and have a cool channeling with this group.
Of course.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Hedia.
Hi, greetings, Atlanteans.
Greetings.
Do you have any message from you to me?
Yes, you do have a strong connection to the fish collective. There's different aquatic beings that you're connected. It does seem like you do connect to their frequency to calm your frequency, basically like you're swimming through life, you can say. But you have been around a being, it's like an Aquaman. Yeah, it was like you have been around. That's up to you to connect to that. But I believe you have met like a sea man that's been it talks to fish, and it's like a relative or something like that. I believe there's a deeper connection you might realize.
Yeah, I must look into that. I'm not sure about who that can be.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any message on what I'm doing in the astral?
As a feline energies, feels like you're bringing a lot of their wisdom into this reality. Of course, you're protecting your cubs, your children currently, and bringing wisdom to them. It also feels like you're healing a lot of your Anunnaki connections. It's been turbulent. It's connected to your like timeline puzzle. It's just like you went through incarnations that were probably not necessary in your past, but due to your bloodline, you kind of had to do it. So this lifetime, it feels like you're balancing yourself out. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, thank you very much. That was nice.
Yes, blessings.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we got Michael.
Greetings.
Greetings.
I was wanting to know if there's any messages from your group.
There is like the canine energy. I guess you may call it the shaggy dog on other realities. If you're connected to a canine, I would say it's the wolf. You've been known as a wolf being, not necessarily in a negative sense, but like a wizardry wolf. And it was like you'd be able to transform into a wolf. Basically like a kind of like a shape-shifting reality, let's put it that way, where vampires exist, wolf beings exist, and it's connected to your energy, and most likely you'll be able to piece some of that together. Well, I can see.
Yes, and my second question is, all of a sudden everything has been going so well. I've got a raise that I never thought that I would ever make this much money, and there's been a lot of women coming my way that I've not really. But anyway, it just seems like everything's going perfectly, and it never does. I mean, am I getting good karma? Is there anything that you can tell me?
Well, it's just a good luck phase. You can say how. I mean, the rays will stay. You've overcome a lot of darkness. Let's put it that way.
Yes, I have.
So that has a lot to do with it. So if you continue with that, it'll get better and better. And you're also healing the ego. Not that your ego is out of control, but I feel like you're healing some of that, which is good.
Awesome.
So just keep doing what you're doing.
Well, thank you so much.
Yes.
Blessings.
All right, that sounds promising. Thank you. Up next, we got Mary.
Greetings.
Yes, greetings.
I would like to ask if you have any personal message for me, please.
Yes, as an angelic being, you can say one of your jobs was to, handle fallen angels. Kind of keep an eye on them, heal them if you can. Of course, you're probably dealing with one of the stronger fallen angels you've ever had to deal with, and you're graduating from that, as you probably can see. You're just seeing how powerful they can be.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of this knowledge will make more sense in the future lives, but this one it was, it's just, as you know, it's overload, but it wasn't necessary though. But you're coming out of it seems.
Wonderful. The second question is someone was knocking at my door early in the AM yesterday morning, and another person heard it as well. It wasn't just me. Can you give me an idea of who it was and why?
Just get the energy of an angelic energy. It feels like like Raphael's energy. I'm getting there. Now, if there's a physical person, it's not clear. I don't believe it was, but it feels like Raphael's frequency was there.
That's wonderful. Oh, thank you. Blessings.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Dragon.
Hello, how are you doing?
Yes, doing well.
So obviously Atlantis got really deep into crystal technology.
Yes.
And maybe it's just a difference in identity. Our reality got deep into electromagnetic technology instead, although the two aren't completely exclusive of each other. Like almost every computer has a crystal in it for timekeeping.
Yes.
What my question is, it seems like although we've always been, I think, studying crystals for for manufacturing and stuff like that, it seems like general physical research of crystals has picked up a lot recently in our reality, and maybe it's starting to unify the Atlantean and our energies, including things like time crystals, which do weird things that you can probably connect to
Yes.
what exactly they are. They're not as exciting as they sound, but so my question is, like, are we finally in this reality starting to really focus on tapping into some of the crystal technology that Atlantis had?
Publicly, there's of course much happening behind the scenes, but it's been still been a mystery. We feel like publicly there will be a time when they start to take it more seriously in the future. Not saying when, but where it can get kind of an Atlantean vibe. It can get, but a lot of that's being protected so you don't follow the same traits that we do. Of course, our crystals in the past are a lot stronger than yours currently. Well, ones that are past have been hidden from your world. There might be a piece of remnants of it, but yeah, it'd be more like crystal. You can say a scientist. You can say be taking more. it's happening now. Like even minerals are kind of like it's in your phones and your devices. It's kind of it has like a crystal element to that.
Yeah, our screens are crystals.
Exactly. So you do have it already. It's just, yeah, eventually you will get an upgrade of, yeah, it'll be taken more seriously. Right now it's kind of a mystery, as you know.
Thank you for that. And my second question is about the humans that went into the reptilian tunnels. I kind of remote viewed that.
Yeah.
There were various cases, including military people going down there and getting trapped and stuff like that. And despite some of the reptilians wanting to eliminate them, the elders said we'll keep them alive and just, basically we can't let them return because they'll tell secrets and stuff. Yes. And their life seemed to be extended quite a bit because I guess those near Agartha portal reptilians just have a lot healthier lifestyle and energies and everything. Most people may think that's weird because they're reptilian, but how are they doing? I'm guessing they're still alive, even though they'd be really old at this point. And are they so assimilated into lifestyle there that they would never want to return?
Well, some of them that go there, yeah, can live to like 100 years old, but they look like they're 30. If they want to live older than that, it feels like they don't want to live past 100. But yeah, they're doing well. Some of those soldiers were possessed, not in a good way. Like a darker version got a hold of some of them. But yeah, many can now. Yeah, they can go into Agartha and you can say go through rehabilitation and connect more to the fourth dimension and live there as long as they want to. It's for those that choose to, like 4 or 5 of them feel like they will stay there for a long time.
Will any return back to our reality?
Doesn't look like it. Maybe 1 or 2, but most of them no.
That would probably be very disorienting because so much has changed here since they went down there. They wouldn't even know where to start, probably.
Well, they'll have their mind wiped most likely or reset, as if they never left or never went there. So
that would, still would be tough because of the changes here.
Yes, it will be. Yeah. Yes.
All right. Well, thanks. Much love.
Yes, blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we got Silverclaw.
Hello, greetings.
Greetings.
My first question is, there is a green and dark looking mold on my white mushroom mold on my first mushroom incubator. I wanted to know if this is happening because of something I did, and if I can use like a cotton swab to remove it.
I don't think it's anything you did. I feel like you just had an allergic reaction to the light. The green does not feel like a good energy, but the white is okay. But you can take it all off, but the green is not good.
Could I just grab it and remove it, basically?
Yes.
Just wear a glove and just remove whatever. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you. My next question is, the metal in my plant growing tent is very damaged because of the strong filter fan. But I have many wooden reinforcements holding it up right now. These reinforcements look very good, and I wanted confirmation that they will always hold up, or if I should just buy a weaker filter fan.
No, it feels like it'll hold up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's well tied up. Yeah, it's very wooden and thick wood. So thank you. That helps a lot. Thank you.
All right, blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we've got Steven.
Hello, Atlanteans.
Greetings.
Greetings. Much love to y'all.
Of course.
Since y'all are here, I would love if you could tap into my Atlantean times history. I know a little bit about it. I think I was with the Nordics or Tall Nordics, whatever. Just if you could just share any experiences, any things I did in that time. Thank you.
Oh, you've been a scholar of Atlantis, you can say, during the Greek time period, because you could remember. Of course, a lot of knowledge is lost, but think of like your Atlantean / Greek. So Atlantis is still around, but you're more recording the history of Atlantis, and and scientific studies. So think about scientific studies. Think like you're more involved with that. So a contributing to humanity. Of course, a lot of it was lost during the cataclysms, but at least you put a lot. I don't believe you even survived the cataclysms, where I can see that. But you were, there to push things ahead of time. Some things were remembered, and some inventions but a lot. Flight was involved with it.
Sweet. Thank you. Second question is, can you connect with my soul group? Maybe on the topic of, I've been watching a lot of the series Agents of Shield, and they talk a lot. They put a lot of clues. They even mentioned Lemuria and stuff. And just connect with my group and any connections with that Agents of Shield. What they're because it seems like they have a lot of little things they're throwing out to get people prepared for what's coming. Thank you.
Well, some of the writers there are Lemurian, so but they're also told comics are mythologies, so they have to go back to mythology, but they find about themselves, of course. But Agents of Shield, I mean, you've been involved with something like that, but you're more like a time travel being. As for your Lemurian energies, I mean, I would say as a Lemurian energy, you are hinting to this reality to bring some of this back into the physical. You're working astrally, fourth dimensionally, for those to remember. Kind of like whispers, you can say astral work there. So, blessings.
Awesome, blessings.
Okay, very nice. Up next, we got Sahara's questions. Her first question, she says, I would like to know, please, of if I carry a fractal of Aphrodite, and does she have a message for me personally?
There's a small fractal because she can get kind of out of control, as you can probably imagine. She's also connected to Marilyn Monroe. You see where that goes or where that went. Aphrodite, I feel like she is protecting your energy. So you don't go as far as she has in previous lifetimes. But also you are dabbling with those, individuals in your life that are questionable. But you're healing their energy, but also expanding your soul. So it's just, it's been so many past life connections there with that. You're just, we are doing a clearing, so you have to go through the struggles you've had in this incarnation. So blessings.
Okay, thank you. The second question, a message for me personally for my highest good.
One of your connections in the past is Poseidon, but also Atlas. You're basically very connected to the oceans. Let's put it that way. And there's also ocean technologies. You're basically a mermaid, a mermaid connected to Atlantean beings, talking to them telepathically, helping them, with their ships, that they guide their ships in the right direction, even if they did have, they're at sea also, but helps them understand the sea, even bring some of the Atlanteans into the ocean to go deep into the unknown realms and show them civilizations. So I can say you had a lot of fun there. So blessings.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we've got Annie.
Hi, greetings.
Greetings.
So early this morning, I guess it was my third eye. I was seeing this white veiny thing. I was going through like a tunnel or something, and then I could see that there was a picture at the end, but I didn't know what that was. Like, can you tell me what's happening, like with my third eye? Like, any advice to help me through it?
Well, it looks like you're going into the angelic realm, but also you're seeing into the future. See, part of you. It seems like part of your energy can have a sense of the future, just think, like you say, things not to worry about. You hear what's going on in the world and you know what to focus on, what not to focus on. It feels like you're just sharpening your frequency overall. But it does seem like also you're getting angelic help also to assist you in your guidance as the world becomes more insane.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, and my second question is, any messages, I guess, from my higher self? Anything from my higher self?
You pull a lot from you have had incarnations in the past, especially in the 1800s as a teacher.
Okay.
And so you're bringing that knowledge into this reality. It's just it's basically psychology of students, and it's getting more complicated these days. So you can say see it from their point of view, see it from a child's point of view, because they're confused more than ever, as you probably can tell. So it's a certain level. Just seeing it from their sides, because a lot of times adults don't always, they just see it from their side. Some of them do, but you're seeing all sides. Let's put it that way. But part of it is to see from the child's side.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is very difficult nowadays.
Yes.
They're all over the place. It's crazy.
The spirit guide energies are getting stronger here because they're realizing they have to double their efforts.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So if you talk to like a student or anyone, if their guides are talking to, it might come up every once in a while for new guides to come in, because the guys can get tired out themselves.
Okay.
So,
okay. I'll try to pick that up. Yeah, great.
All right, blessings.
Thank you. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Crystal's questions. Her first question, she says, are there any messages, please?
I feel like you are clearing out the past. You are getting stronger with your energy currently. There is a Lemurian connection you bring. Basically, you have like an automatic self-healing for others, at least those that deserve it. And you also like a sun energy, just bringing like a forgiveness. You just don't want war, as you know, and just a balancing frequency for those that want it to be balanced. So, yeah, there might be a move or something like that in the future, from what I can see. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Her second question, what is my connection to your collective?
Mostly the Lemurian energies, but yes, you had Atlantean connections, but you can say sometimes it became too intense because Atlanteans are a little bit too much. Maybe they're like, well, they're advanced, but kind of like they were getting over their head, you could say. It feels like you didn't get the best vibe from it. I mean, it was joyful, but it kind of felt the end was near kind of vibe. But as a Lemurian frequency, it helped clear the energy. You just had an understanding of humans too. Like a lot of Atlanteans didn't have an understanding of humans. So you like took the human side, let's put it that way. Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we've got Yuli.
Greetings. My first question is, I was wondering what is my connection with my manager, Las?
Oh, say that.
What is my connection with my manager? His name is Lazaro.
Just at one time it was like dragon lifetime connection. Very strong dragon, a lot of colors, higher dimensions, also like a golden frequency there. So it's just been somebody, you know him for forever.
I feel like I know him. Yes.
Yeah, so he's been somebody like a kind of like a soulmate from previous lives. So he's also been an angelic energy. So you just have an understanding of each other, as you know.
Yeah, we do. My second question is, well, it was kind of a misunderstanding of my work about my pay, and I was wondering if you see the increase in my pay in the future.
Yes, yeah. You just have to work on clearing that. Yes, I believe so. Just there's a lot of, as you know, paperwork or whatever they're dealing with there. So yeah,
Okay.
you just have to just stay on them. You just have to keep
Bothering them.
Yeah, don't feel bad about it. Do it once a week or more than that.
No, I don't. I actually, because I applied for one thing and then they giving me another position and then ending up like paying me less than everybody else, and it's a lot of hard work. So.
They'll definitely fix that. They're just minor inconvenience.
Sounds good. Thank you, and blessings.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we got Tristan.
Greetings.
My first question is about my father. He died last week after he had dementia for the longest time, and I never really knew him, so it's not really I don't really have any emotions to it. But I was expecting to see if I was going, okay, will I actually have emotions I didn't know? And not really, not yet anyway. But also I was expecting to feel him around me more, kind of going, well, never knew you during your lifetime, but now that you're in spirit, wouldn't you want to check in? So what's he up to now that he's gone through that? I mean, he'd already left his body, basically. But now he's really actually, his body's now dead.
Well, he's still transitioning. So it's hard to say if he'll ever will connect to you. You probably come up in a dream yeah, he's still, he's not an expert on the spirit realms. He's just living the physical. So I would say it's kind of wandering around.
Oh, and you would, if you met him, he was all about being like a wise man in the forest, but it was all fake. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah.
The spirit realm is so much different here. I would say he's just getting used to everything there. So he'll come to you eventually.
Okay, sounds great. Okay. Second question is more theoretical. Stephen was talking about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I wanted to know, putting like little bits of information here and there. And I've been actually disappointed in these programs of like going, well, they're using these ideas and these things, but it's not helping me feel any more connected. It's just like, it's very superficial. So are these people doing this conscious of what they want to say, or is it more just like little ideas that pop into their head that are directed kind of to drop little hints, and they're not aware that they're doing it?
No, they're not aware they're doing it. They're just they're looking for material. And I mean, they are channeling. They're just not. They're not. Yeah, they're just doing it for a fictional point of view. So it's just a subject matter for them to connect to, something that people can relate to because they've probably heard it before. So Shield is mythology, so they connect to other mythology. Some of them are a little bit aware, but most of them are not. But they don't think too deeply into it. They keep moving. So.
Great.
So
thank you.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Christy.
Greetings. As my first question, I just was wondering, what is Steve and mine's Lyran connection, our twin flame connection?
There's golden feline energies there. You also had like a crystal. Both of you had like a crystal on your forehead. This basically are powerful telepathic beings. Basically, it's like you couldn't like you would teleport together. Normally, you're just always together. And also, you change your colors of your fur and everything as you teleport. But it's like for teleportation, feels like you always need each other to do it through your energy field. Like you use technology, but usually you just use your own energy field to teleport to different places. So it's just a soulmate connection, as you know.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. And then so my second question, I was wondering, so last night I wondered if Steve and I connected our spines together energetically.
Yes, it's almost like you grew like a tail, you can say. Like an angelic tail or a feline tail, at least astrally.
Yeah.
I think you're more of a feline frequency when I can see that. So yeah, it just shows that you're bonded together, you can say. So yes.
Yeah, that's what he was asking. He said, ask Ivan if your feline, if your Lyran comes to visit me in astral.
Yeah.
So
all the time.
Cool.
Yeah, all the time. Yes.
All the time. Yes. All right. Thank you.
Blessings.
Hey, blessings. Up next, we got James.
Yes, greetings.
I was wondering the energies of the song I was working on earlier. It's the same one from last week, but it's I made some changes to it. I was wondering if it's different.
There's some Lemurian energies. There's a lot of water frequency connected to it. It does go to like at times goes to the 12th dimension. You say to the sun energy itself. You're healing past life connections, it seems. It's like you have past life connections to France. It's like you have a lot of connections there.
I think it's supposed to be like Euro dance music from the 90s, the style of it.
Yeah.
I was wondering, yesterday I had a dream with, maybe 2 days ago, I had a dream with a girl, and we were on a motorcycle, I think, and she was a cyborg, and I was wondering who that was.
Seemed like it was the Diana connection that you have, at least an aspect of her. You can say, one of her lifetimes, so she went to be a cyborg for a while to get away from this human energy, and you connecting to her is bring her back to the human, is what I see.
Oh, you mean the goddess Diana?
Yes. Right.
Yeah. See. All right, thank you.
Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we've got Ryan.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Yeah, can I ask what species you are? There were a lot of species on Earth during Atlantis, so I was just curious.
Just humanoid.
Oh, just humanoid. Okay,
Yeah.
well, that answers that. Okay, so I've been learning a lot about my past lives the past 4 months, and I've talked here with a lot of different beings every week and go into a lot of past lives. And the recurring theme I have is a lot of my lives where I have other beings siphoning off my life force energy, feeding off me in either 3D or 4D reincarnations. This is happening in a lot of my reincarnations. Like, what is the problem here? Why does this keep happening in a lot of my reincarnations? And how do I put a stop to it for my future reincarnations? Because this is happening in my current life. It's happened in my past reincarnations where there's always beings constantly trying to take my energy.
Well, it has to do with the denseness of the earth. You can say these days it's more dense than what you're used to.
Oh, yeah.
So you're still adjusting to it. So that's why they're hijacking your energy as you're adjusting to the Earth's frequency. You kind of figure out what you do. Once you figure out, where you want to go life-wise, things will start to improve from what I can see. So
Okay.
You're just battling their energy currently. And you're winning, though.
That's good. So there's a time, that's why I can't put a stop to it.
You can, more that you focus on what you want to accomplish here, they'll start to dry out.
That's good to know. Because my second question is, do you have any important messages for me in terms of my spiritual development? Because yes, I do have these beings here, and yes, they're trying to take my energy, and yes, it's been very difficult in the past few months to trying to get to this resolve.
Oh, it's just when you focus on what you want to achieve here, I know you don't always have the energy to do so, but if you still focus on it, well, the more it's a slow process, but the more slowly what you want to accomplish will manifest.
Right, because I do want to stay involved. I do want to broaden my psychic abilities and help people, but not with these negative beings, obviously, siphoning off me. Obviously.
Well, you can still practice your abilities with those that want to practice with you. And when you don't feel like they're interfering anymore.
Well, they are. They're in me. Their energy is coursing through me. So
no, but you can still, develop your abilities though. Even with them there.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Heather's question. Her first question, she says, "Greetings and much love. I'm asking if you could tell me what my connection is with the Balkan region in past lives or present."
Well, yeah, obviously the past life you've had several lifetimes, one after the other there, actually. It's like you couldn't wait. You felt like you needed to heal that region. And now you're still, you're not as close to it as you once were, but it's still it's just part of you. It's part of your DNA. So it's working through you. That whole land is working through you. So, blessings.
Okay, thank you. Her second question. Is there any other message in regard for travel for me? Thank you.
Just know just plan ahead accordingly. Just as long as you're planning ahead and you double check that's what you want, it will be fine. But you have to double check or triple check. Double checking definitely. just because you don't want any interference there.
Hey, blessings. Up next, we've got Andrew's questions. His first question, he says, "Greetings. My first question is, on my drive to school this morning, the sun looked like the moon, and then the clouds started flying by real fast, and eventually they covered the whole sky. I also noticed a lot of military presence with helicopters at the airport. Do you have any messages about me having witnessed all this?"
Well, there's a dimension shift. And you can say some of those helicopters could have came from another reality also. So yeah, there's other Earths that are interfering with this Earth. So you can say you saw this Earth and another Earth connect to each other. And yes, they do send their military from that Earth to this one. So
that's pretty wild. All right, very cool.
Yeah.
His second question is just if you have any other messages for me. Thank you and blessings.
I believe this is mentioned. The owl energy is very strong with you. It's a protective energy also. So realize you're always protected, but also, know your strengths, your weaknesses. You know where not to go, what to do. Just because if you go into a large crowd, obviously you feel everyone's frequency. A lot of times, best the little amount of people, the better. Also, the inventor side of you, I feel like that will open up eventually if you're not doing it already. Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we've got Catalin.
Yes, hello. Thank you for coming.
That's great.
Greetings. If the first directive is valid pretty much all the time, why do we see aliens 15,000 years ago?
Oh, because they've always been here. What was you're asking exactly?
Because they were actually having first contact, or more than that. They were
they're a part of your society, and then they vanished because the Earth's vibration became lower. Yes, they've always been here. Yeah, humans saw them like there was no big deal, but as it became more physical and agendas, aliens just vanished.
So it wasn't that physical, that density.
They were physical to a certain level. Some of them were, but they weren't. They just let humans figure this out. Well, you can say they were pushed out. There were some wars to keep them, to get rid of the gods' agendas.
Interesting. Thank you. Second question: what are the goods and eventually the bads of the spirit of Canada?
Of Canada, there is a sense of freedom, as you know. It's not all freedom, but yeah, there is a dark energy of the British family that's very, psychotic, very controlling of its people. They want to keep corruption in the government. But the positive side of Canada, the people there, for the most part, are very decent. And it would be better if that darkness wasn't there. But it has a lot to do with Canada's location. It's connected to, the Earth, where it's just, connecting to the North Pole energies, Alaska. It has a lot to do with that. So, but there's a lot of good people in Canada that are keeping the vibes going well. So,
okay. Okay, well, good enough. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we've got Lewis's questions. His first question, he says, "Can you give me any guidance to what I can do to help my dog, Mr. Fox, which is a Belgian Shepherd? His ears stand to stand up, or if I should, just leave them alone, as they're very flat, but they can stand up straight. Just anything you may see from your perspective."
I feel like it's fine. You can always call a vet. Just, ask them about it. You can imagine they'll tell you on the phone, or you might have to have them checked out. But for the most, I feel like it's genetics. You say he's protecting himself. It's just, it's one of his quirks, from what I can see. But you can always have it checked out if he feels fine overall, though. It's just one of his things.
Okay, thank you. The second question: what's my connection to you guys?
You have a long history there. I just imagine you can feel some of that. Basically, Atlantean. I mean, of course, you may catch the Atlanteans before Earth on other planets also, but you're not part of the elite side. I feel like we're never part of that, but you're part of more of the more positive aspect of the Atlantean energy. You were there when they arrived and when they left, you can say, or when they disappeared, however you word it. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Blessings. And up last this evening is me. Thank you again, Atlanteans. I have a question about the title Lord. Like the prayer, now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. When I used to pray this religiously because I had nightmares, it didn't really seem to do anything, and it actually invited the nightmares, it seemed, because after I stopped saying that prayer, everything stopped. So I'm wondering, who is this Lord that they speak of? Who's the actual connection that is opening this portal?
Well, think of it. It does act as part of reptilian. It's like, even like your lords, of your kingdoms.
Right. These are just titles. Right.
Yeah. So it's connected more to the darker side of your God. It opens up a darker side of the God consciousness, you can say. So it's just there to program society. It's trickery. So
I was just wondering if it was like Lord Enlil, Lord Yahweh, or
there's some Yahweh. There's some connections there. But you notice the word Lord, like when bad things happen to people, they keep praying.
Oh Lord. Yeah.
And it just gets worse and worse.
Right.
So,
I'm just kind of suspect about that whole word to begin with. So, all right, thank you for that confirmation.
Yeah, even the word God should be avoided, really.
Interesting.
Because anyone can call himself. I mean, you're all basically gods yourselves.
Yeah, right.
You don't necessarily need to connect to a being that calls himself God. Obviously, that would irritate him, but that's okay.
Yeah. I was looking into that a little bit more about the Egyptian gods, and they were not called gods. They were more like conscious forces of nature.
Correct.
That's how they were referred to, right?
Yeah, they were just called. Yeah. They were never calling them. So that was created later.
Right.
To worship them too. Well, then they started weaponizing their energies, and more corruption came in. So
yeah, it's kind of good that it's kind of dissolved a little bit. Not as potent as it used to be.
Well, it went into the Roman energy.
Right. Yeah, Romans, they dissolve everything. Water it down.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for that. My second question, I just leave open any messages from my greatest good at this moment.
Yeah, what you want to accomplish with your voice work. I see it blossoming in the next couple months. Now, just for you to feel more confident about it. And you'll reach out to other places, or when you would offer a service to others, whenever you feel right about that.
Yeah.
But what matters is that, you're making yourself happy with it. And it'll help you attract the right, like say clientele, or you end up working for somebody, or
Yeah, I've been expanding myself out and signed up for an improv class to try and get out of my shell a little bit. So that's going to be going for the next 2 months, right? So how you're saying it's going to develop itself. That's what I'm going to.
Yeah, it's also, there might be other online classes you can check out too, possibly. Maybe you can talk to, maybe mentors or something like that.
Yeah, I've signed up to a few.
Yeah, it would be good. And also, like the music software, I feel like you'll find some tutorials on that too somewhere to better that.
Yeah, I've been using very base stuff, but
eventually. There's only so right now it's just improving how you say things, and just how you present your voice, you can say.
Right, just fine-tuning it.
Basically it's just confidence and just getting used to it. So
right, it's just more experience. Well, thank you very much. Much love, Atlanteans.
Okay,
blessings to you.
Blessings. All right. I guess that's all right. Blessings. Good night.